Yeah, I mean, it's a similar conversation to what I had Doug, where Netflix, maybe one or two American shows in the top 10, but it's typically native language speaking shows in the top 10 relevant to the country.
That's right.
And it's also similar if you look at MrBeast, where he broadcasts the same video dubbed in multiple different languages to hit those markets.
Right.
And each channel is almost like 10 million on their own, and they're just the side channels. Not even that. And I think that is where the sort of beauty of Optikka comes in, because we can accommodate that ability to personalize to the market is kind of crucial. And especially with today's day and age, where it's all through data and everyone is, data, gold. Well, data is gold. And if we can hyper personalize it through data, it's only going to get maybe a lot better experience for the user.
I love that you call out the Netflix thing, because I do think they do a good job. They're at the edge of saying, okay, and I'm sure that my top 10 and your top 10 are the same right now. But eventually it will be different. It'll be based on my, because you see the global top 10, which is like, this is what everybody's watching. But then you say, this is our recommendation for you.
Yeah.
Right? That has not moved down into the sports world, right? And like, I think Michelle and Olivia with the EPCR TV application is the first one to kind of push towards that, right? Because she controls that entire interface in terms of serving it out of the same application layer.
Yeah.
Right. And so, because there's over OTT, your consumer, you have a direct connection to your consumer to validate that they have access to that content. Because you have that, you also know exactly who it is, and you can serve up the content that's most relevant to that user if you can pair up that data. That's the difficult thing right now is the user data being able to pair up, so you can say, I know this person loves, rugby. I know this person loves a goal. I know this person loves this team. I know this is their favorite player. You know what I mean? And these are their consumption habits, so I know what sponsors are most relevant. So you can start to surface these things so that the consumer, the person who's watching it, actually gets an experience that's relevant to them versus like, I don't want to see this. I'm going to fast forward.
Yeah, I mean, jumping from that as well, Netflix do bespoke thumbnails depending on your watch history.
Correct.
So if you prefer romantic films, it would make the, let's say, Top Gun thumbnail look more like a romance.
Right.
Whereas if it's me who prefers action, you'll have, the big jets and more of an action thumbnail.
That's right.
The progress for that is they've had to iterate the thumbnails themselves constantly over and over again.
Right.
And this is one of the ones where Optikka can jump in easily, because we just need the parameters. We need the rules.